It's time for Evanston Sports Live on MyLocalRadio.com and on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM. Red Devil Sports are brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, Uinta County School District No. 1, Bear River Dental, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Western Wyoming Community College Evanston Campus, and Uinta BOCES No. 1, Mountain West Business Solutions, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cache Valley Visitors Bureau, Dr. McKay Frankham, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Freeway Tire, Hoover Chiropractic, the Come On in Casper, and T7 Propane. Now let's head to the booth with the voice of the Evanston Red Devils, Elan Olliff.
Good afternoon and welcome to Green River High School for our matchup today featuring the Evanston Lady Red Devils taking on the Bear Lake Bears out of Idaho, as it is day one, game one for Evanston at the 2024 Flaming Gorge Classic, taking place here at Green River High School, Lincoln Middle School, as well as some games being played at Rock Springs. But all the games that we have for Evanston will be either in Green River High School Gymnasium or in Lincoln Middle School. We got a quick news to kind of break to you. So originally the schedule is that Evanston boys and girls would each play 3 games, and because of a time conflict, we weren't able to do both games tomorrow. So it was going to be 3 boys broadcasts and 2 girls broadcasts. Well, coming along the wire and getting confirmation about it about 15-20 minutes ago, Evanston girls will have a 4th game that they play at this tournament. It will be on Saturday at 9 a.m. at Green River High School. They will take on Glen Rock. Because of that, we will have 3 boys broadcasts and 3 girls broadcasts. So our schedule for the Flaming Gorge Classic this year, it will be Evanston girls taking on Bear Lake, as you're tuned into that right now. Then tonight at 7, I believe it's scheduled time at 7:40 is going to be the start of that game. And we'll be on the air at about 6:55, 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7:40. Evanston will take on, the boys will take on Bear Lake. And then tomorrow we'll have Evanston boys basketball taking on Uinta, Utah. That should be a very, very fun matchup, talking with all the teams and which matchups they think are going to be the biggest test, and that is one for Evanston. The boys will take on Uinta tomorrow at 2:40. We'll be on the air around 2 o'clock-ish, and then we'll have the 2024 Flaming Gorge Classic Slam Dunk Contest, a 3-point shootout live here on MyLocalRadio.com. And then now we get to the point where we add that extra game. At 8:15 a.m., we're going to be on the air with our pregame for the Lady Red Devils taking on the Glen Rock Herders. And then later on in the day, we'll be back on the air live from Lincoln Middle School at about 11:40. It'll be Evanston boys taking on Pinedale and Evanston girls taking on Rollins back to back. So kind of a pseudo doubleheader. So that's what it looks like for our schedule here between the Evanston boys and girls teams here at the Flaming Gorge Classic here in Green River, Wyoming. We're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we will get you set for this one. Evanston taking on Bear Lake. Tip-off scheduled to be in just a few minutes. And we got a great pregame show for you, brought to you by Cazin's Ace and Furniture on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN 99.1 FM.
Do something good for yourself. Give your home a new look. At Cazin's Furniture in Evanston, their friendly staff will help you make your home a peaceful and beautiful place to be. Comfortable furniture, appliances, artwork, lighting, and accessories work together to create an enjoyable and inviting atmosphere in your home. Make your living and sleeping space a wonderful place to be with brands like Serta, Ashley, GE, and more. Visit Cazin's Furniture, 941 Front Street, Evanston.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
We know you can accomplish your goals. That's why we specialize in the tools you need to be successful. When it comes to safety, parts, accessories, and tools, you've got a professional on your team at Callis Automotive. Reach your goals with the right parts the first time with Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Texting and driving. Texting and driving? Everyone knows there really is no and. You're either texting or you're driving. In other words, if you're typing or reading anything while you're behind the wheel, you're not paying attention and you're not in control of your vehicle. That's why law enforcement around the state is cracking down on distracted driving. Hey, Wyoming, let's put an end to texting and driving because we all know better. There is no and. This message was paid for by WYDOT.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Welcome back to the Flaming Gorge Classic. Evanston Lady Red Devils starting the tournament against Bear Lake Bears. Just a reminder, tomorrow let's just run through the schedule really quick one more time. So we'll take on the Bear Lake Bears with the girls in about 40-ish minutes, I believe, is the scheduled start time. But the game ahead of them finished ahead of schedule, so who knows? We'll be ready for a start whenever. And then tonight at 7:40, the boys take on Bear Lake, live from Lincoln Middle School. Because of a scheduling conflict, meaning both teams are virtually playing at the same time, the boys and the girls are playing simultaneously, and we decided we're going to do the boys game tomorrow afternoon, as they will take on Uintah, Utah. The girls will take on Thermopolis over in the other gym, but they're literally back-to-back games, and we don't have time to get packed up and get over to the other gym to get that one on the air and do what we need to do there. So we will have boys and girls today, boys tomorrow, and then on Saturday we will have 2 girls games and 1 boys game. That girls game will be against Glen Rock at 9 a.m. live from Green River High School, and then the boys will take on Pinedale at 12:20, and then immediately following that, the girls will take on Rollins at 2 o'clock live from Lincoln Middle School. You can also catch the 2024 Flaming Gorge Classic 3-point shootout and slam dunk contest tomorrow on mylocalradio.com at about 8:15. We'll go on the air around 8 o'clock to get you ready for that one. So you don't want to miss it. It's always a fun event. This tournament always one of the highlights of the especially Western Wyoming high school sports calendar. A massive tournament with a lot of really great teams and a lot of great moments that have been made in these two buildings. For the Evanston Lady Red Devils, they take on the Bear Lake Bears, and this is a team that they aren't super familiar with. There isn't a lot of history between these two schools, but when you look at Bear Lake, they do have quite a lot going for them there. Of course, they're out of Montpelier, Idaho. So right now, when you look at Bear Lake, oh, come on. They played against Preston, Idaho, just on the 7th. That was their last game according to Max Preps, and they won that one 44-31. And currently they sit with a record of 5-1. Their lone loss coming to Sugar Salem, 36-32. They beat Malad to open up the season back in November, 61-36. Soda Springs, 51-25. Again, there's that only loss so far to Sugar Salem, 36-32. Then they played Firth, lost to them, 66-29. North Fremont, they won against them, 64-25. And then again against Preston on December 6th, 44-31. There's probably more games there, but that's all we have according to Max Preps. So this is a team that's 5-1 taking on a team that's 1-2. Of course, the Evanston Lady Red Devils beat Star Valley in their first game of the season, and then they came back and they played very well against Cheyenne East, and unfortunately couldn't get that win, and they would also lose to Central. So 1-2, good start at the Riverton tournament. It looks like they have 27 minutes on the clock before we get started with the girls' game. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we are going to get you set for our Ellingford Brothers pregame coaches show. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com, KNYN 99.1 FM.
Wattsmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. Wattsmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Friends don't let friends drink bad coffee. Come visit For Pete's Sake for fresh-made coffee, an amazing menu of home-cooked meals, and great company. Visit For Pete's Sake on the corner of 9th and Main, downtown Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy is printing out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-9925.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
Welcome back to Green River High School. Evanston Lady Red Devils taking on the Bear Lake Bears out of Montpelier, Idaho, to open their journey here at the 2024 Flaming Gorge Classic. A packed schedule for you this weekend, as we will have 6 basketball games for you. 3 boys, 3 girls. Let's go ahead and run through it real quick, just in case you're just joining us. Of course, right now, Evanston versus Bear Lake live at Green River High School. That's scheduled to start at 4:20 p.m., but it looks like it's going to start a little bit earlier. And then tonight at 7:40 p.m., we'll have Bear Lake taking on Evanston Boys Edition live from Lincoln Middle School. And then tomorrow we'll have Evanston Boys taking on UNT Utah at 2:40. The girls play Thermopolis right after that in the other gym over on the in another school. And since there's not enough time to get torn down, set back up and be ready to go for the next game. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do both boys and girls games tomorrow. So the only game we have tomorrow is Evanston Boys versus UNT Utah at 2:40 p.m. Then at 8 o'clock, we invite you to join us live on mylocalradio.com for the 2024 Flaming Gorge Classic Slam Dunk and 3-point contest. And then on Saturday, this is where things kind of even out a little bit. At 9 a.m., we'll have Evanston Lady Red Devil basketball taking on Glen Rock, live from Green River High School. That game literally just announced maybe an hour ago. It was that soon, as they are filling in for some teams that for a team that could not make it due to illness. But so Evanston, breaking news, will play a 4th game. The Lady Red Devils will play a 4th game here at the Flaming Gorge Classic against Glen Rock. That is going to be at 9 a.m. on Saturday at Green River High School. And then we'll have Evanston Boys taking on Pinedale live from Lincoln Middle School at 12:20. And then right after that at Lincoln Middle School, we'll have Evanston Girls taking on Rollins at 2 o'clock. So that is what is scheduled to take place here in Green River over the next 3 days. It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of action. And there is it's one of my personal favorite events to come to year in and year out. So it's also a great way to kind of welcome in that last week of Christmas, as this tournament always seems to happen right before Christmas break. And it's, again, just a lot of fun, and we invite you to join us every step of the way for 3 Evanston boys games and 3 Evanston girls games. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have our Ellingford Brothers pregame coaches show, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers. For all your sand, cement, and gravel needs, contact Ellingford Brothers, 307-789-1515 in Evanston. And when we come back, we'll have our pregame coaches show with coach of the Evanston Lady Red Devils, Mr. Roy Barker. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and KNYN.
What is UNT BOCES #1? It's your community college to pursue your degree or certificate. It's high school equivalency. It's CPR and other workforce training. It's cooking and computer classes. It's 3D printers, vinyl cutters, and other free tools. We're many different things to many different people, meeting the education needs of the place we call home. So what is UNT BOCES #1? That's for you to decide. Come see us today and let us help you make your educational dreams come true.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Water testing, water development, community enhancement grants, and seedling trees, education programs, and specialty workshops helping to preserve agriculture and natural resources in Uintah County. Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve you. Visit our website today at uintahcountycd.com.
Our community. We love it, we live it, we support it. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their participation in sports. You're champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong, successful financial habits. You got this. We're here for you. Trona Valley, member NCUA, TronaValley.com.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
When you need a plumber, call the one you can count on. Brad Kopp with Panda Plumbing. Fast quality, reliable service at competitive prices. When you need a plumber, call Panda Plumbing. I'm the plumber you can count on. Panda Plumbing, 307-258-1450.
Here with Evanston Lady Red Devils basketball coach Roy Barker. Coach Barker, you guys take on the Jackson Bronx to end the regular season up in.
Apologies about that. We had some technical difficulties as I guess the new interview did not quite load in. We will look into that and get that corrected right now to figure out what's going on. Oh, of course, there's the answer, as it always is. It is very simple to fix. So here is that coach with Roy Barker of the Evanston Red Devils. Here with Evanston Lady Red Devils basketball coach Roy Barker on the Ellingford Brothers pregame coaches show. Coach Barker, first question for you. Now that the dust has kind of settled a little bit from that opening weekend, how do you feel about your guys' performance?
You know, after watching film and looking at some things, I don't know how well we really truly played. I think there's some fundamental things that we didn't do very well. So it was very encouraging to play as well as we did, and watching film and seeing how really poorly we kind of played at times when it comes to, defense and engagement, doing the right things on the defensive end, and then taking care of the basketball, passing with an urgency, and doing those things. So it was really encouraging to see how much we can grow. So.
What was the morale like around the girls after this weekend? I mean, you get that win against Star Valley. You play really well against Cheyenne East for most of that game, and then you have the game against Central, where you guys learned a lot. But what was the morale like around the girls after this weekend?
I think their expectations are up. So they were still bumped, right? They were still upset, especially against the East game, and then they really know they didn't play well against Central, so they were really upset about that. But I think their expectations have gone up for themselves. And so there's no satisfaction. I mean, it was great to get a win and they were excited, but they expect more of themselves now because they know they're getting better. So that's really fun to see. Then you would hope that's what the competitive nature and sports brings out in you to continue to grow and get better. But their morale is good. They want to get better. And I think that's the key, is that they want to keep working. They want to see growth.
What's something you're going to be keeping an eye on this weekend in Green River at the Flaming Gorge Classic as kind of like an indicator that we're continuing to grow in the right direction?
Well, like I said, the defensive engagement was poor. Off ball, they guard the ball okay. And then when I'm off ball, I get out of my stance. I'm not playing in position like I should be. So I think that's something we've been really working on yesterday, especially, is getting it, that's what I want to see. I want to see an urgency. I want to see a focus on the defensive end when we're in the right positions, because we got exposed, against Central especially. So I want to see that, and then offensively, I want to see us play faster. I want to see more certain girls getting more shots, us playing a little bit quicker pace to allow Emma to get out in open floor and focus on her strengths. So I do want us to see it pick up the tempo a little bit and push the basketball and attack, being more of an attack mode. So
one thing that's kind of been a bit of a struggle for this group over the last couple of years is handling pressure. It seemed like this last weekend, that was something that was greatly improved. Specifically Emma Lonsway, whenever she got the ball, she just kind of turned it on and sped past the defense to get out of that half court and into a place where you guys can run things. Is that something you guys were working on a lot during the offseason, was how to handle and break pressure?
Yeah, and she's got to focus on her strengths as well, because she with her size, she's not going to throw over people. She still whenever you see her make a mistake, it's a lot of times it is trying to throw over somebody, and so when she's she's a jitterbug, right? She's going to go around and through people. And when she does that, we're really tough. And I think once she did give it up, our other girls, for the most part, were looking up the court and trying to make passes up the court, put pressure on the defense. And so that is definitely something we've been working on. The more I learn about girls basketball is pressures, handling pressure is the key to the success a lot of times, because a lot of teams just bank on pressuring to win. So if you can handle that, you can play with it.
You look at these upcoming opponents. Of course, we've got Rollins, Thermopolis, and Bear Lake, Idaho. Is this going to be a very similar set of competition to what we saw last week for over in Riverton, or do you feel like this might be a completely different set for you guys to see what happens?
I think it'll be completely different. I think Bear Lakes, we don't know a lot about them, but we know that they're winning right now and they're really good. They've been winning big, so that'd be a really good test for us. And I don't know Thermopolis scores and Rollins scores. I don't know, but I hate saying this, but I'm not worried about them. We're worried about us.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with going to Science Central and East. I wasn't really worried about them. I was worried about us. And I knew it because we knew what they were going to give us.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to pressure us. So we had to focus on us handling pressure. And so it's the same thing, I think, with Rollins and Thermopolis and Bear Lake this week is we got to focus on what we need to do to get better. We need to work with the journey that we need to take. And so, whether those teams are really, really, really good or they're struggling, I can't focus on that, right? We got to focus on us and taking steps that we need to take.
When you look at this weekend, you talked about defensive presence and things like that. What are some other things that you feel like are going to be keys for you guys to kind of continue to go in the right direction in this preseason?
Making easy baskets, I think, is the other thing, besides the defensive end of the side of the court. But making those breakaway layups, making free throws. I get a rebound and stick it back in, those easy bunnies, we like to call them. And I think in those 3 areas, we have to capitalize because we're going to miss outside shots. You're going to miss post moves. You're going to miss drives, right? But when we get a breakaway or we get an easy just 2-footer, 3-footer, or a free throw, we got to shoot a much higher percentage than we have. And I think that was really going to help our scoring. We've got to get up in the high 30s, low 40s every game. We can't be sitting at the high 20s, low 30s. We can't survive this. We got to grow. So hopefully we can make those shots and then add to some of the other parts of the game.
That's Coach Roy Barker, head coach for Evanston Lady Red Devils basketball. Coach, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck. Safe travels over to Green River. We'll be pulling for you. Anything else before we wrap it up?
No, thank you for the support. Appreciate it, Elan.
Big thank you to Coach Roy Barker for joining us on the Ellingford Brothers pregame show, coaches show, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers, 307-789-1515 for all your sand, cement, and gravel needs in Evanston. Well, we got a little bit of intel on our opponent today, the Bear Lake Bears, thanks to voice of the Preston Indians, Mr. Dan Hubbard. He says he doesn't know much about the boys team, but the girls are two-time defending state champions. They are tough on defense and shoot very, very well. So we will use that to inform what needs to happen if you are the Evanston Lady Red Devils. We're going to go and step aside. When we come back, we will have more of our Cazin's Ace and Furniture pregame show. You're tuned in, you're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio campus.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Using the old-fashioned country tradition of barn building, Martin Sheds uses the time-honored construction techniques handed down from generation to generation. For quality, care, and attention to detail, contact Martin Sheds at 307-679-8187 to get a quote today.
Engines and transmissions and engines.
Making your car run better is Brett's Red Mountain Automotive's specialty. Brett and his crew can do a full engine replacement or repair, brakes, AC work, and more. Visit Brett's Red Mountain today across from the cemetery in Evanston.
Engines and transmissions and engines.
When you're starting a project, you want to make sure you have all the tools and equipment you may need. From screwdrivers to angle grinders, Norco has the tool solution for you. Norco, 95 Independence Drive in Evanston, serving you better.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Sell or buy your home with a realtor you can trust. At Cowboy State Realty, we are dedicated to helping you with all your real estate needs. At Cowboy State Realty, we are working for you. Call us at 307-200-4332 to schedule an appointment today.
Well, we are a little bit ahead of schedule as we still have 18 minutes until tip-off. So we have a bonus interview for you, and it is with Evanston Red Devils boys basketball head coach Rob Watsabaugh to get you set for the boys game again. They will take on Bear Lake boys tonight at 7:40 live from Lincoln Middle School. You can catch that live here on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM. So we are going to go ahead and play that. And this interview, of course, is brought to you by our friends at Ellingford Brothers. For all your sand, cement, and gravel needs, contact Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, 307-789-1515. Here's that conversation to get you set for the boys game with Coach Rob Watsabaugh.
Welcome to another edition of the Ellingford Brothers Pregame Coaches Show, joined by Evanston boys basketball head coach, Mr. Rob Watsabaugh. Coach, thank you so much for the time. First, congratulations on what was really a great week. You guys went and played 3 of the top 5 teams in the Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll. What does it say to you as a coach that you guys were able to not only win one of those games, but pretty well have an opportunity to win the other 2 as well? What does it say to you as a coach about how you guys are starting the season?
Yeah, I thought it was a good start, a good base for us to build upon. We came out, competed hard, and we showed a little bit of our tempo, as you could see in some of those quarters of basketballs. We were playing quick. We were trying to get easy looks, whether it's layups or wide open threes. So I thought our boys did a really good job, pushing the tempo offensively. And then, when we can be pretty tough defensively as well for long stretches of time. So definitely something to build off of and continue to get better and hopefully show that improvement going into the Flaming Gorge tournament this weekend.
Coach, I didn't get a chance to ask you about it because we didn't do a post-game interview on Saturday, but what was halftime like on Saturday? You guys are down 37-18, and then you guys came roaring back, tied it up, and made it a game again. What was halftime kind of like for you guys? What were you kind of telling them to kind of that kind of got them in gear to kind of to do what they did?
It was pretty simple. We didn't do anything crazily different in the game. We were going out and doing what we were supposed to do offensively and then defensively. We kind of got away from that a little bit in that first half versus Central. And then I think the second half was more of a reflection of how we need to play. And we just weren't doing it in the first half. We tried to kind of redirect a couple times with timeouts, but, going to the locker room, resetting and coming out and just doing the things that we know we're supposed to do, where we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to play, the looks and everything. And just kind of reset. And that's how I think our team, that second half is a reflection of who we are and how we can play.
How do you kind of approach the rest of the season knowing that you guys can go down big, have an off half, but can come back against one of the top teams in the league, in the state? How do you approach coaching the rest of the season knowing that? Is that something that you kind of maybe use in the future if you guys have a rough half, saying, hey, we've been here before, we know how to come back? Or is that one of those deals that kind of makes you want to push even harder to be like, hey, this isn't even a close situation if we play for 32 minutes the way that we know we can?
Yeah, it's just getting our guys to understand that every minute of the game or second counts. Every possession will count, and they're precious offensively and defensively. And putting them in scenarios in practice, and I'm sure in games will come up where we have to be better in that situation than we were the time before. And just knowing, hey, we got to have some mental toughness here. Things are not going to go our way, but what are we going to do when they're not? We have to come together as a group, either during a timeout or even the 5 on the floor have got to huddle and talk about what needs to happen that next possession. And some maturity there will definitely be beneficial for this team as we continue throughout the year.
Coach, you guys go to the Flaming Gorge Classic. You play on Thursday against Bear Lake, Idaho. Then you play Uinta, Utah, and then Pinedale. 3 teams that you're pretty familiar with because you played them in summer league, summer play. Does that give you anything to kind of scout off of, or is it kind of widely known that in summer league you're seeing a different team than what you're going to see in the actual season?
A little bit of both. There's a lot of games played in the summer. Within a 3-week period, you're playing almost a whole season worth of games. So they kind of come at you fast, and you remember some more than others. But there are some standouts. The kids that you see in the summer, thinking, hey, that's a pretty good player. Some of the things that they do offensively or defensively, it kind of gave us fits or whatever. So you have a little bit of an idea, and then once we all become organized and we practice for 3 weeks now, and even some of these Utah schools, they're on week 5 or 4. So they've changed even how they've played from the start of the season. So a little bit of both. It's good to have a little bit of familiarity with some of these teams. We haven't really taken a deep dive into the scouting report and X's and O's, given these guys, their top 2-3 sets, their top players, and what they look like defensively. I mean, we're kind of working on it in practice without saying that's a scouting report, just on film we've seen. So I guess to answer your question, helpful, yes. Also, maybe not.
Real quick question for you, Coach. You guys are going to the Flaming Gorge. I mean, and it kind of, those 2 gyms, Lincoln Middle School and Green River High School, kind of feel like home's a home away from home for you guys. If you guys have played a lot of games there, what is it about this event, this tournament, that kind of keeps you guys coming back to it, besides the fact that it's very, very close considering some of the other tournaments we go to?
Yeah. Our kids have always enjoyed playing in Green River. There have always been good games there. And like you said, it's close, good competition, teams that you don't normally see, and hopefully you'll pick something up, or you'll go against something that maybe you're not ready for, and that we have to adjust to and learn, how to handle those situations. But it's a great tournament. There's a lot of teams there. You get to watch a lot of basketball as well. And we just played in there in March, and had a couple good games there at Green River High School and Lincoln Middle School. Some really hard fought battles against Kelly Walsh and Rock Springs, to get us to the state tournament, and fun place to play. It's easy. It's great. We usually have a good following. People head over the Sisters to come watch us, and it's good to see a little bit of red and blue in the stands as well.
That's Coach Rob Watsabaugh, head coach for Evanston Red Devil basketball boys team. Coach, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck. Travel safely. We'll be pulling for you. Anything else to wrap it up?
No, appreciate it. Like I said, best of luck to everyone else competing. There's a lot going on here at the high school, whether it be, band, choir, the classics are practicing, the cheerleaders are going. There's a lot of good things happening, and it's good to see all these kids be a part of something, and go Red Devils.
Big thank you to Coach Rob Watsabaugh for joining us on our Cazin's Ace and Furniture pregame show. That interview brought to you by Ellingford Brothers, 307-789-1515 for all your sand, cement, and gravel needs. As we move on to our keys to the game, brought to you by Cowboy State Realty. And our first key, it's going to be locked in defense. Our scouting report from Dan Hubbard tells us this Bear Lake team is the two-time reigning state champions, tough on defense and shoot well. So to get rid of that, to kind of counteract that shoot well, you're going to have to be locked in defensively if you are the Evanston Lady Red Devils. Our second one, it's going to be bust out. And what we mean by that, bust out of pressure. If this is a team that plays good defense, you know for a fact that they are going to play pressure. as that is something that is part of girls basketball, as we found out. They are going to apply pressure. Evanston needs to show that they can bust out and handle that pressure in order to give themselves the best chance of success possible. That is our Cowboy State Realty Keys to the Game. When we come back, we'll have our team intro and close up Cazin's Ace and Furniture pregame show. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball, live on mylocalradio.com and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Get a degree or certification, earn your high school GED, get job skills, become CPR certified, or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES number 1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Whenever you're in Evanston, Wyoming, the absolute best place to stay is the Best Western Dunmar Inn, with a wonderful on-site restaurant that offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a friendly staff ready and available to handle all your needs. The Best Western Dunmar Inn is a ground-level hotel with parking right at your front door. Rooms are convenient, comfortable, clean, and offer a great value for each guest. When you're in Evanston, stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Is pain holding you back from doing the things you love? At Evanston Regional Hospital, our expert physical therapists can help you get back to feeling your best. We offer personalized treatment plans designed to address your specific needs. Whether you're recovering from an injury, managing chronic pain, or simply looking to improve your mobility, don't let pain control your life. Take control of your health and get moving again. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you, or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, because your movement matters.
Hey, it's Hunter here with Les Schwab. Just want to let you know we have America's Best Tire Warranty. It's now available at all Les Schwab Tire Centers. It includes our no-hassle road hazard protection, free tire maintenance, and a 60-day ride satisfaction guarantee included for free. Come visit us at Les Schwab Tire Centers today at 157 Bear River Drive in Evanston.
Helpful, friendly, and knowledgeable, the staff at Cazin's Ace Hardware is ready to assist with any home improvement project. Cazin's Ace Hardware, the helpful place, has expanded their store and inventory to meet your every need. Next time you're updating, painting, or maintaining your home, or you're in need of small engine repair on your lawnmower, chainsaw, or snowblower, visit Cazin's Ace Hardware at 800 Front Street in Evanston.
Welcome back to Green River High School, day one of the 2024 Flaming Gorge Classic. Evanston Lady Red Devils taking on the Bear Lake Bears at Montpelier, Idaho. And that is the first of 6 games that we will have here on mylocalradio.com. And I believe this is the only one that will not be on the radio at KNYN. So let's go ahead and run through those games. So we have, of course, the one you're tuned into now, Bear Lake versus Evanston girls. That one is going, of course, getting ready to start in about 7 minutes. Then we'll have at 7:40 Bear Lake versus Evanston boys live from Lincoln Middle School. We'll be on the air about 7 o'clock for the pregame for that one. Then tomorrow, because of the time conflicts between the Evanston boys and girls game, we're only able to do one, so we will be doing the boys game tomorrow versus Uinta, and there's a reason why, and we'll explain that in a second. At 2 o'clock, we'll be on the air for that one. Evanston boys versus the Uinta Utes out of Utah. Then at 8 o'clock, invite you to join me and Anthony Colasuno live on mylocalradio.com as we will have the 2024 Flaming Gorge Classic 3-point shooting and slam dunk contest live from Green River High School. And then on Saturday, well, first let me explain the original reason why. Talking with the coaches, they said that this Uinta game is probably going to be one of the biggest tough tests for Evanston. So that's why we're kind of doing that one. Also, it keeps us in the gym that we're going to be doing the slam dunk contest and 3-point shootout from as well. But Evanston girls got a game added probably about an hour and a half ago to the schedule. At 9 o'clock, they will play Glen Rock at Green River High School. We'll be on the air at 8:15, and the game will begin at 9 o'clock. Then we'll go back to the regular schedule, to what we thought was the schedule. at 11:40, we'll be on the air for a 12:20 matchup between the Evanston boys and Pinedale. And then immediately following, so it'll be like a doubleheader, we'll have the Evanston girls versus Rollins at 2 o'clock. And then we'll say see you in the new year shortly after that. So that is what's going to happen. So just a quick run through it. Of course, after tonight, after this game, we'll have the boys taking on Bear Lake at 7:40. Then tomorrow we'll have the boys taking on Uinta Utah at 2:40. The slam dunk and three-point shootout at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And then at 9 o'clock, girls taking on Glen Rock. And then at 12:20, a doubleheader with the boys taking on Pinedale first, and then the girls taking on Rollins to wrap things up from the Flaming Gorge Classic in Green River. All right, let's go ahead and introduce you now to your 2024-2025 Evanston Lady Red Devils, and it's brought to you by our friends at Les Schwab Tires.
Hi, I'm Kieran Simmons. I'm a post and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Emmy Fessler. I'm a junior and I'm a shooting guard. Hi, I'm Maddie Brown. I'm a junior and I play guard.
I'm Cassie Barker. I'm a sophomore and I play post.
Hi, I'm Braylon Morrison. I'm a junior and I'm a guard.
Hi, I'm Emma Lonsway. I'm a junior and I'm a point guard.
Hi, my name's Chesney Mackey. I'm a junior and I'm a guard.
Hi, my name's Violet Cook and I'm a sophomore and I'm a guard.
My name's Dana Kohler. I'm a junior and I'm a guard.
Hi, I'm Evie Stahl. I'm a junior and I'm a post guard.
Hi, I'm Annalie West. I'm a sophomore and I'm a post. Thanks for watching.
Our team intro brought to you by Les Schwab Tires, the right tires no matter the weather. As we get set, let's go ahead and run through the roster for Bear Lake while we are at it. So we have number 1, Cortland Skinner. Number 2, Sadie Shaw. Number 3, Brenly Walker. Number 4, Jayuli Saxton. Number 10, Taisley Neal. Number 11, Emery Walker. Number 13, Desiree Allman. Number 15, Abby Humphreys. Number 20, Brooke Boehm. Number 21, Boston Pelto. Number 24, Peyton Crockett. Number 32, Hallie Wells. Bear Lake, their girls team, is coached by Ken Welsh, Sean Lloyd, and Jose Boros. The Evanston Lady Red Devils, let's run through their varsity roster. Number 2, you kind of heard it, Emma Lonzo, Morrison, Brown, Cook. Julia Barton, the sophomore, got some play time in Riverton, so she might be one to keep your eye on. Dan Kohler, Evie Stahl, Chesney Mackey, Cassie Barker, Emmy Fessler, Annalie West, Kieran Simmons, and of course they are coached by Roy Barker, and then the JV coach is Mandy Lonsway, the freshman coach, the return of Dave DeRue. So that is what things look like as we go into the final minute before tip-off. Bear Lake, white uniforms with a navy blue numeral with Bear Lake across the front. Evanston, red uniforms with white numerals and a blue and white trim for the team out of Evanston. As the fans continue to come in. As we get ready to start. So, starting lineup for the Evanston Lady Red Devils, brought to you by Les Schwab Tires, Maddie Brown, Cassie Barker, Emmy Fessler, Emma Lonsway, and Kieran Simmons. Face-off will be between Barker and Haley Wells. And the tip-off is up, and it is won by Bear Lake. Pass over towards the right side. It's Walker. Now feeds it over to Wells. Far block, draws the foul, and she will shoot 2. First one on the way, and it is good. And Wells puts Bear Lake up 1-0 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Next shot is up, and it is good. So 2-0 Bear Lake as Evanston will move it forward. Bad pass, but it's picked up by Barker. Throw across the center line. Simmons tries to chase it, picked up by Bear Lake, and there's a whistle on the other end, but they're going to give the ball back to Evanston. Kieran Simmons to inbound it for the Red Devils. Goes to Lonsway to start it out. Lonsway now passes back to Brown. Evanston breaks into the front court. Bounce pass inside to Barker. Tries to go for the layup, and she draws the foul, and Cassie Barker will go to the charity stripe. Can't have the clock cams. We don't have a clear shot of the clock, so we apologize about that based on where we're at. So 7 minutes, 31 seconds. We tried to get it set up, but we could not get that clear shot. So 7 minutes, 31 seconds as Barker puts the first free throw up, and that one is good. And the Red Devils make it a 1-point game in the infant stages of this one. Barker to shoot the second free throw. And the back end rolls around, no good. Pulled in by Crockett. She'll now take it over the center line, and that's Neal. Pass towards the left side, it's Boehm. Back into Neal on the near block. And it's poked out by the tough defense of Maddie Brown and Emmy Fessler. Over the baseline. Inbound play coming up for the Bears. Lobs it up high, now goes Wells. Now hands off to Boehm. Right side three is well short and out of bounds. Red Devil basketball. Inbound in the far corner, it's going to be Simmons who goes to Lonsway. Brings it over the, thought about bringing it over the sideline. Sent back pass to Brown, goes back to Lonsway. And the Red Devils will try to set something up offensively. Lonsway dribbles off her foot. Ball is loose, and we've got a jump ball as Simmons goes down to the ground to help the Red Devils out. Possession arrow stays with Evanston. Inbound play at the far block for the Red Devils. Lonsway goes to Barker, now quickly over to Brown. Finds Fessler, lob pass to Lonsway on the right side. Pass inside the wing looking for Simmons. She'll distribute back out to Fessler. Goes to Barker, and she tries to put a shot up from the high post, and that one is blocked by Bear Lake. Wild pass heading out of bounds on the far sideline. Tried to keep it in was Boehm, but it's going to go out of bounds. Red Devil basketball. Lonsway gets the inbound play. Passes it forward to Simmons, broken up by the Bears, but Evanston gets it back. Fessler on the right side goes to the elbow. Now back over to Brown, drives into the far block, puts the floater. Shot is a little bit too hard. Bringing it in on the bounce is Simmons. Near block shot. That one is short. Pulled in by Walker. Bear Lake now takes it the other way. Pass towards the right side to Neal. Back out toward the top to Crockett. Finds Boehm in the near elbow, but she's called for a travel, and it'll go back to the Red Devils. 2-1 with 5 minutes, 49 seconds remaining here in the first quarter on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Lonsway takes it over the 10-second line, no problem. Brown and Lonsway will go back and forth with each other. Brown holding it on the right side. 5 minutes, 33 seconds. Lonsway dribbles towards the right side, passes back over to Barker on the far wing, finds Fessler on the near elbow, drives along the baseline, puts the floater up. That one is off the mark, pulled in by the Bears. Bear Lake passes it forward, setting up the offense. Boehm on the right side. Back out to the top. Straightaway three from Wells. Off the base iron, pulled in on the bounce by Evanston. Lonsway brings it forward, passes quickly over to Brown, hands off to Barker, goes along the baseline, tries to draw the foul, not going to happen, and Bear Lake has it going the other way. Pass inside the paint to Wells, puts the layup up, and it's in. 4-1. Bear Lake as Wells picks up her 4th points as there's going to be a push on Lonsway, it looks like. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Red Devils down by 3. Thank you. Inbound play coming up for Walker. She'll do it in front of the scores table. Inbounds will find Bowen. Bounce pass outside to Wells. And she'll hand that one off to Neal, and she travels in the paint. So it's still a 3-point ball game almost halfway through the first quarter. 4-1. Bear Lake on the T7 Propane scoreboard. With 4 minutes and 31 seconds left. Inbound by Morrison finds Brown. Morrison over the center line. Go back to Brown, finds Violet Cook. Jump shot from the free throw line. Wide right off the mark. Pulled in by Wells. Takes it one end to the other, and now on the right side, it's Neal. Back out towards the top, straightaway 3. Too much on it from Walker. Pulled in by the Red Devils. Evanston down by 3. Cook quickly finds Barker on the right side of the elbow, gets it back out to Brown, drives into the far block. Her shot spins out, no good. Rebound by Barker results in a shooting foul, and she will go to the shooting line. It's on Wells. And Cassie Barker, who was 1 for 2 earlier in the quarter, will try to make this a 1-point game. First one on the way is left short. Annalie West will come in for the Red Devils. So 2 fouls apiece here in this first quarter with 3:57 remaining in the first. Barker puts the shot up, and she gets that one. So it's a 2-point ball game. Barker will come out. West comes in. So it's Cook, West, Morrison, Brown, and Fessler. Right side, it's Neal. Now gets this one over to Saxton. Pass over towards the right side. Allman looking for Neal, and she is fouled along the baseline on the ground. So that's the 3rd one against the Red Devils. With 3 minutes and 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. Cortland Skinner to inbound it for Bear Lake. Dribble along the right side, it's Saxton. Bounce pass in the lane, stolen by Annalie West, and the sophomore goes to Brown. She goes over the center line, covered closely by Saxton. Back over to Morrison, finds Cook on the right wing, bounce pass looking for West, and it's poked over the baseline by Skinner. Inbound play for the Red Devils at the near post. Inbounds to Fessler. Gets it back over to Brown, left side, looking to pass inside the lane to West, but it's stolen by Bear Lake. Taking it one end to the other for the layup and one. It is Taisley Neal. (6-2) Bear Lake with 3:09 left in the first quarter. Neal, her first trip to the line, and it is an old school 3-point play. 7-2, Red Devils down by 5 with 3 seconds. Bad pass stolen by Neal. Pass inside the paint, broken up by West, and the Red Devils are going to get that possession back. Brown goes across the center line with Saxton in tow. Finds Morrison on the right side, West at the free throw line. Dribbles into the lane, puts up the shot and draws the foul. It's going to come against Neal. Fourth foul on Bear Lake. First foul on Neal. Cook with the inbound play. Goes right side to Barker, back over to Morrison on the deep far elbow. Dribbles to the free throw line, gets it back out to Cook on the right side. Comes along the baseline, bounces it out to Fessler. Right corner three, off the front. Rebound off the rim by Barker, and she's fouled. There's the fourth foul, apologies. And the foul comes against, looks like Neal. Yeah, she'll pick up her second, and she'll go to the bench. Inbound play coming up for the Red Devils. Cook bounces it out to West on the inbound play. Covered by Saxton, gets it back out to Fessler straight away. Finds Cook on the right wing. Bounce pass looking to leave it into West, and she does a good job getting the ball and then bouncing it off of the defender. That would be Ullman before it goes out of bounds. And an inbound play for Evanston. 4 fouls each with 2 minutes, 24 seconds remaining. Lob pass up to Barker. She puts the shot up. Not going to happen as that one just barely left her hand. On the right side, gets it over to Ullman, and taken away. A push on Fessler, though, as it was a quick pass. Actually, no, take it back. It's against Bear Lake, Desiree Ullman, and that'll send Emmy Fessler to the free throw line. Evanston down by 5, a chance for her to make this a 3-point game with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Evanston will shoot free throws for the next 2 minutes and change. First one from Fessler is up and good. All points for Evanston in this first quarter coming via the charity stripe, as Fessler can't get the second one to go. So they are 3 of 6 from the line today. Gets it over towards the left side to Skinner, covered by Fessler. Bounces it out to the free throw line, Ullman. Right side, Skinner, covered by Fessler. It's still. Skinner dribbles towards the screen set by Ullman, and now back to the top. We've got Saxton and a push on Evanston. That'll be the 5th one on the Red Devils, and the first one against Annalee West. So that sends Hallie Wells back to the charity stripe. She's 2 for 2 today. Shot is up, and it is good to make her 3 of 3 so far. Here's the 4th one to make this a 6-point ball game with 1 minute and 50 left in the first quarter. And she will do just that. 9-3. Bear Lake on top of Evanston with 1:44 and counting left in the first. Cook towards the right wing. Cross-court pass to the far side to Fessler. Gets it back to Cook on the right side. Bounces it out to Barker. Dribbles along the baseline. Finds Annalee West. Puts the shot up. Bang, in. Red Devils make it a 4-point game. Evanston applying some pressure of their own, trying to force a mistake. On the right side, it's Wells. Passes it over to Ullman. Left side, it's Ullman. Straightaway 3. Skinner off of the baseline. Too hard. Rebound is ripped away by Ullman. West got in there, broke the ball up. It goes over the baseline. Inbound play coming up for Bear Lake with 1:08 left in the first. 9-5 on the T7 Propane scoreboard as the inbound play finds Ullman, and she draws the foul quickly with 1:06. It'll come against Emmy Fessler, her first foul, and that will send Desiree Ullman to the charity stripe. First one makes, And Bear Lake doing so far has not missed a free throw in this game. Second one up, and that one's good as well. So the great free throw shooting by the two-time Idaho defending state champions continues. Red Devils down by 6 with a minute left in the first quarter. Cook goes over the center line, puts on the brakes in the elbow. Now back out to Brown. Bounce passes over to Barker. She drives along the baseline, and she's fouled. She hits the ground trying to create something. It'll come against Desiree Ullman. Barker 2 of 4 from the charity stripe today. Second one on Ullman. First one from Barker is good. Red Devils make it a 5-point game. As Annalie West will come out, Kiernan Simmons comes in. Barker's next shot is good as well. So the Red Devils bring it down to 4 as Cassie Barker is 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. 46 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Goes over to Skinner on the right side, passes right back to Saxton. Pass inside the lane to Wells, near block layup. That one rolls in and out. Rebound by Wells, and that's going out of bounds off of her bad shot. She kind of went up and they tried to save it. It looked like Neal tried to save it, but she couldn't. It goes over the baseline, and the Red Devils down by 4 with 32 seconds left in the first quarter. 11-7. Morrison goes right side to Cook. Bounce pass looking for Simmons, taken away by Boehm. She goes one end to the other for Bear Lake, steps into the lane, tries for the layup, loses the basketball. The Red Devils pick it up in the field. Cook on the right side. Passes over to Brown, but it's a hot potato and she can't get her hands on it. It's over the far sideline and a turnover back to Bear Lake. 8.7 seconds remaining here in the first. Red Devils down by 4. 11-7 to be exact. Brooke Boehm to inbound it. Lobs it up high to Wells. Now hands off to Boehm. Right side 3 at the buzzer. Good from Emery Walker. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So 1 down, 3 to go, and it's Bear Lake 14, Evanston 7 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and KNYN.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts, with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Garters Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
Second quarter action, Red Devils down by 7 as Bear Lake with the inbound play going right to left. Wells passes on the right side to Crockett, and she gets the layup to go from underneath the net. Red Devils down 16-7 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. That's the first points for Crockett this afternoon. Brown on the right side goes to Fessler at the top. Passes back to Morrison looking for Barker, and it's taken away by Bear Lake, but she is absolutely taken down as the Red Devils get a nice steal from Barker, who feeds it over to Morrison. And she gets the bucket. 16-9 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Right side, Neal. Passes back to the free throw line. Open jumper from Crockett. Red Devils pull it in. Down by 7. Lonsway bounces it out to Brown on the right side, and a travel on Maddie Brown. And we'll go back to Bear Lake with 6 minutes, 55 seconds and counting. Pass over towards the right side. Walker, right side, 3, and that is good. Emery Walker, her second 3-ball of the game. Red Devils need to try to get something going as the pass inside the lane, almost taken away by Hallie Wells, but it goes off of her and over the baseline. Red Devil basketball. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left in the half. Evanston down by 10, 19-9. Gets it over to Brown at the top. Finds Lonsway. Cross-court pass over to Fessler. She steps, 19-foot jumper from the deep near elbow. Not on the mark. Pulled in by Bear Lake. Quick pass finds Wells. She puts it up and in. For Hallie Wells, that is 8 points now in the first quarter. Lonsway at the top goes to the free throw line, bounces it back out to Fessler, and it's off her and over the line, and it's a over and back. Red Devils bring in a whole slew of replacements. So let's just go ahead and tell you who's on the floor for Evanston. Chesney Mackey, Annalie West, Braylon Morrison, Violet Cook, and Emma Lonsway. And down to Boehm. She gets the ball taken away by Lonsway, but she can't hold on to it as she dribbles it on the near sideline over by the Evanston bench. 5 minutes, 52 seconds. Red Devils down 21-9. This is a team that is a two-time reigning Idaho State champions. Bear Lake over in Montpelier. Wells takes a dribble and picks up the ball just long enough for Braylon Morrison to get hands on it and cause the tie-up. Possession arrow goes to Evanston. Morrison to inbound it to Lonsway. 5 minutes, 42 seconds. Red Devils down 21-9 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Lonsway passes it over to, looks like she's trying to hit Mackey over in the far corner, and it's off of her fingertips and over the baseline. Bear Lake with the inbound play, goes over the center. Boehm passes back to Wells at the top. Lob pass inside the lane. Crockett gets it back out. Long three, or short three from Neal is good. 24-9 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Pass over to West, and we got a whistle. It's going to be a push on Bear Lake, their first one of the quarter, and the first one against Brooke Boehm. 5:09 remaining in the first quarter, or excuse me, the first half. Evanston with an inbound play under the Bear Lake hoop. Goes over to Morrison on the right side, left-handed dribble, picks it up, flicks it back out to Cook at the top. Lonsway leaves it over for West. Jumper from just in front of the free throw line, off the back iron, heading out of bounds, but kept in by Wells as she flips that one back behind her to Emery Walker. She makes the catch, and then she's fouled by Lonsway. Her third foul, and Emma Lonsway in early foul trouble, as that's the first foul on Evanston here in quarter number 2. Inbound play coming up for Bear Lake. 24-9 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Bringing it forward, this is Brooke Boehm. Bounces it over to Wells on the right side around the wing. Goes to the free throw line. Jumper good from Desiree, or excuse me, that's Emery Walker. 8 points for her. Timeout. We'll take it as well. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse of what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven at 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
Bear Lake leads it 26-9 here in the girls' game. We'll have the boys' game tonight live from Lincoln Middle School. We'll be on the air around 7 o'clock. It'll be a 7:40 scheduled tip-off. So join us for the Cazin's Ace and Furniture pregame show. Cook goes over to Morrison, back over to Cook, cross-court pass, finds Mackey, 1 foot inside the lane, back out to Morrison. Evanston trying to get something going out of the timeout. West at the top, goes Morrison on the left side, finds Cook again, and the Red Devils with 4 minutes, 13 seconds left in the half make a bad pass, and it's taken away by Bear Lake. Pass drops into the arms of Neal. She'll go towards the right side, finds Wells, jumper from the far elbow. Too much on it, rebound brought in by Cook, and she's fouled after she gets a hold of it. It'll come against Brooke Boehm. The second foul on the Bears and the second one on Boehm. Inbound play coming up for the Red Devils. It'll be Morrison to trigger it to Cook. Awaiting her, it's Julie Saxton. Morrison goes to Cook on the right side, back over to Fessler on the wing. Cross-court pass, back to Morrison, bopped away by Bear Lake. Getting in there and disrupting the pass with Skinner. They send it forward to Neal, who finishes it off with the runner. 28-9, Red Devils trailing by 19. West trying to drive around the free throw line, and she's fouled by Saxton. Third one against Bear Lake. And the second foul against Saxton. Fessler with the inbound play. Lobs it up high to Simmons at the top of the arc. Finds Morrison on the left side. Back over to Brown. One dribble and now goes Fessler on the left. Gets it over to Brown on the left side. Bounce pass inside to Cook at the near elbow. Has nowhere to go, passes it forward to Fessler, who goes too close to the near sideline to retrieve it, but stays in bounds. Brown, absolute tough defense from Saxton, gets it over to Simmons. She puts the shot up over traffic from just in front of the free throw line and drains it. Red Devils down 28-11. As Kieran Simmons is on the board. Pass to Skinner on the near wing, back out to the top to Neal. Back over to Skinner in the corner, covered by Cook. Saxton and goes back to Skinner, setting up the three-point ball they were looking for, and they got it. From the near wing, and it's 31-11 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. The first three ball by Skinner. Skinner with a steal on the other end, takes it to the near block, goes for the layup, no good. Gets a rebound back, and Brown gets there. Did she cause a tie-up? And she did. Possession arrow goes to Bear Lake. Violet Cook comes out. Cassie Barker comes in. Skinner with the inbound play. Goes right side, Saxton from the corner for three off the front iron. No good. Rebound lands into the arms of Neal. and she'll shoot it from about 5 out from the far side of the key and get it to fall. Red Devils now going left to right, goes Fessler on the far wing. Less than 2 minutes to play in the half. Gets it over to Simmons on the right side, free throw line extended, drives towards the near block. Her shot too hard, gets her own rebound back and draws the foul. And Kieran Simmons, the lone senior, goes back and to the charity stripe. It's the first time tonight, though, that she'll do that. First one from Simmons is no good. Hit the front iron, the back iron, bounced high, and then fell off to the right. Red Devils down 33-11. Bear Lake leads on a T7 propane scoreboard. Simmons, second shot. Back iron, but bounces high and in. Red Devils stolen on the other end. Gets it back over to Brown. Finds Barker on the high block. Puts the shot up, draws the foul, and now Barker will shoot 2. Barker, 4 of 6 from the... Puts the shot up and is good. One minute, 21 seconds remaining here in the first half as Barker hits that one as well. Back over towards the left side. Bear Lake passes right side 3. Skinner, that one off of the back iron and out of bounds. (33-14). Bear Lake on the T7 propane scoreboard. 1:07 left here in the half. Invite you to stick around for our halftime show, and it's brought to you by our friends at Uinta Eye and Vision. Brown on the right side gets it back over to Morrison. Jump shot in front of the free throw line. Can't bank that one in. Rebound is loose. Picked up by Bear Lake. It is Allman. Pass by Allman, looking for someone in the corner, but nobody home. Turnover back to the Red Devils, and with 46 seconds left, Evanston will get an inbound play on the far sideline. Gets it to Brown. Covered by Saxton, goes across the center line, back to Morrison on the left side. Cross court pass back to Brown, right side 3. That one off the glass and off the mark. Pulled in by Bear Lake with 30 seconds left. Pass over to Saxton, quickly over to Skinner on the near corner. Pass inside the lane, looking for Allman, ripped away by the Red Devils, one end to the other. Braylon Morrison fouled from behind. And that'll send Braylon to the charity stripe. She's got 2 points today. Puts the shot up, and that one off the back iron, no good. Morrison. Second one on the way, rattles in. 3 points for Braylon Morrison. As quickly Bear Lake gets to work, 13 seconds left. Finds Skinner inside the paint, puts up the floater, left short, rebound by Brown. Red Devils take it the other way, 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left, and a double dribble called on Evanston. It'll go back to Bear Lake with 3.1 seconds remaining in the half. Inbound, poked away by Mackey. 1 second left. Mackey from deep, can't get that one to fall. And we're going to the locker room with a score of 33-15. We'll be right back with our halftime show brought to you by UNT Vision on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
What is UNT BOCES #1? It's your community college to pursue your degree or certificate. It's high school equivalency. It's CPR and other workforce training. It's cooking and computer classes. It's 3D printers, vinyl cutters, and other free tools. We're many different things to many different people, meeting the education needs of the place we call home. So what is UNT BOCES #1? That's for you to decide. Come see us today and let us help you make your educational dreams come true.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
The picture of our eyes arrived. I want to see it. Dad, can you tell me whose eyes are whose?
Yep, your eye's the bottom green one and hers is the top green one. In addition to easily observable differences in eyes, there are also variations in how our eyes view the world. Some of this has to do with our posture. At a conference earlier this year, our staff used a new device that provided customized measurements for glasses, taking into account a person's typical stance. Check it out the next time you want glasses that are uniquely fit to you. UNT Vision, where our vision is to improve yours.
First half highlights as it is 33-15 on our UNT Vision halftime show, where our vision is to improve yours. For Bear Lake, you have 3 from Cortland Skinner, 10 from Taisley Neal, 8 from Emery Walker, 2 from Desiree Allman, 2 from Peyton Crockett, and 10 for Haley Wells. 14 points for Bear Lake. Bear Lake outscores Evanston 14-7 in the first and 19-8 in the second. 7 of 7 from the free throw line for Bear Lake. Evanston 9 of 14 for the Red Devils. 3 points for Braylon Morrison, 1 from Emmy Fessler, 2 from Annalie West, 3 from Kieran Simmons, and Cassie Barker leads the team with 6. That's your first half highlights. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have our Red Devil Spotlight with Sydney Lichty of the girls wrestling team, presented by Aspen Cinemas. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Book your next event at Aspen Cinemas. Make it your own with corporate or family parties, birthdays, video game nights, or personal screenings of new movies. They're all available. With affordable pricing and easy booking, you can make your next event stand out at Aspen Cinemas. Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846. Book your event today at Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846.
Welcome to another edition of Red Devil Spotlight, brought to you by our friends at Aspen Cinemas. Joined now by our first girls wrestler on the broadcast, Miss Sydney Lichty. Sydney, talk to me real quick about last year. You were one of the ones that got to go to state. What was it like to kind of participate in, I think that was the first state tournament in the state's history. So what was it like to kind of be a participant there?
Well, it was the second state tournament, but the first state tournament was like really, really small. So this one had like 300 and some girls. I don't know, it was really cool to be able to be one of the first girls. And I was one of the only ones on the team that placed. A couple of other girls placed. It was just a really cool experience to be a part of that and like help grow the team.
What's it been like to kind of see the growth of girls wrestling in Wyoming over the last few years?
No, it's so cool. It's like doubling every single year. Our team, I think we started with like 5 girls and now we're up to 15. So it's been really, really cool to see people learn to love it, and it's just really cool sport.
What do you like the most about it?
I don't know. It's like, I like how hard it is, because then it's like, if it wasn't hard, then it wouldn't be rewarding. It's so good.
Talk to me about some of the other girls on the team. Talk to me about the coaches, and just kind of give us a kind of a quick look at the team in general.
Okay. The girls are really fun. They're super duper fun to be around, and the coaches, best coaches out there, honestly. They're so fun. They make practice fun, and we have so much fun together. Yeah.
So you also have played soccer in the past. You've done some other sports. What is it about kind of wrestling that kind of separates it for you, and what kind of mindset do you have to get in that's different from the other sports you play?
Probably that it's just like all up to me, that if I don't work hard in practice, I'm not going to get the results I want. But then if I work hard and then I perform well, then it's like all like up to me, I guess.
That is Sydney Lichty. She's a junior on the Evanston girls wrestling team. Sydney, thank you so much for the time. Last question for you, since this is sponsored by friends at Aspen Cinemas. What's been your favorite movie you've seen at Aspen Cinemas lately?
Probably Wicked. It was really, really good. I would recommend.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sydney. Anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's all.
Big thank you to Sydney Lichty for joining us on our Red Devil Spotlight presented by Aspen Cinemas, inviting you now to get your tickets to Homestead. Homestead, it's about a former Green Beret and other survivors take refuge inside an elaborate compound when an attack on America leaves the world in chaos. That is Homestead, opening tomorrow, actually, December 20th, but you can get your tickets now at aspencinemas.com or scan the QR code on the graphic now. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will wrap up our Uintah Envision halftime show and get you started for quarter number 3. It's Bear Lake 33, Evanston 15 on the T7 Propane scoreboard on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball, live on mylocalradio.com and K9.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Just like our Red Devils athletes need breaks to come back and perform at their highest level, our eyes also need breaks. Everyone knows that 20/20 is perfect vision. The 20/20 rule is a great way to help our eyes come back to perform at their highest level. Every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break from your book, phone, or computer. In addition, it helps to look at something 20 feet away and blink 20 times to help relax your focus and refresh the surface of your eyes. Keep your eyes performing well so you can continue to enjoy watching the Red Devils compete.
When you need your eyes examined, call 307-789-3937.
Now blink!
And that concludes our Uinta Eye and Vision halftime show, where our vision is to improve yours. And for the Red Devils, their vision is to try to get back on track here in half number 2. Bear Lake will start with the ball going left to right here, and Evanston going right to left in the red. Inbound to Brooks Boehm to get us started here in quarter number 3. Dribble towards the right side, now kicks it back over to Wells. Pass over to Boehm on the right wing. And now back over to Walker. Pass inside the lane, gets it right side 3. Neal, that one off of the iron, pulled in by Bear Lake. They're going to get the rebound, but it goes over the baseline. Red Devil basketball. Bear Lake outscored Evanston 14-7 and 19-8 in the first and second quarter, respectively. As Lonsway goes to Fessler at the top, passes over to Brown on the right wing. Back over to Fessler, left side, drives towards the near block at the elbow, puts on the brakes, flicks it back out to Lonsway. Back over to the free throw line. Barker, 18-foot jumper from the near corner is good for 2. Cassie Barker gives her 9 points on the day, or excuse me, 8 points on the day. And the Red Devils starting to trim that lead down. Right side 3, Neal off the front, no good. Rebound by Bear Lake as the ball shoots out, but it's taken away by Maddie Brown. One end to the other, puts on the brakes at the near block, but they just called her for a shove and an offensive foul. So the first one on Evanston and the second one on Brown. And Brown to Boehm. Pass over to the top of the arc. This is like 22. I don't have it. Don't have it 22. That was Wells, so 32. As the pass is wild, goes out of bounds. Evanston touched it last. And it'll be an inbound play coming up for Bear Lake. Brooke Boehm to trigger it. She goes Taisley Neal. And now they go over the timeline. Lonsway waiting for it. Passes over to Wells on the right side. Back over at the top to Boehm. Neal in the far wing. Finds Wells at the top. Boehm on the right side. Gets it over to Walker. Wells in between the circles, and now with 6 minutes and 7 seconds, looks like Bear Lake is going to try to bleed the clock on their possessions. Gets it over towards the left side to Walker. Back over on the left wing for 3. It is Neal, taken away by the Red Devils on the bounce. Lonsway on the right side, now gets it back out to Fessler at the top. One thing I wonder how you kind of prepare for, Idaho plays with a shot clock. There is no shot clock in Wyoming, so they're used to getting a shot off much quicker as Simmons goes into the paint and draws the foul. So I wonder what kind of differences that presents you when you're preparing to play a tournament in Wyoming. As Kieran Simmons will shoot 2, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe today. And it's the first foul against Emery Walker. First one from Simmons bounces high and out. 5 minutes, 36 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Red Devils down 33-17 on the T7 propane board. As that one goes off the back iron, and it's an 0 for 2 trip to the line for Simmons. Goes across the center line. Neal now goes left side to Boehm. As trying to put the shot up was Wells from about 8 out. Rebound by Evanston. Fast break, sends it forward to Fessler. She misses the shot. Rebound by Cook, and she's fouled on the putback attempt. So Violet Cook to the free throw line for the first time today. 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in the third. Red Devils down 33-17 as the first one from Cook goes off the front iron, the glass, and falls to the hardwood. Cook, Lonsway, Brown, Fessler, and Simmons in for Coach Roy Barker. Cook lets it fly, and that one goes in, so she'll go 1 for 2 from the stripe on that journey there. 5 minutes, 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Gets it over towards the left side to Walker. Bounce pass over to Crockett. Gets it back to Boehm, right side three, in and out. Pulled in by Walker. Gets it to Neal, finds Boehm. Wells, right side holding it. It's Crockett. Wells at the free throw line, goes into the lane, and she draws the foul. She'll shoot 2. Wells, 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. Tied for the game high with 10 with her teammate Taisley Neal. That is the first foul on Violet Cook, by the way. First one from Wells that's the first miss she's had all afternoon. As that one hit the front and then kind of skipped off the back. .451 left in the third quarter. Wells good there. So she's 5 of 6 from the charity stripe today. Evanston with the inbound play as minor pressure coming from the Bears. Great pass inside the lane, finds Barker, but she can't finish it off. It's Duard. Rebound put back by Kiernan Simmons is good. Pass over towards the left side to Neal. They're going to just move the ball around here. Crockett on Walker on the right side, tries for a 3. That's off the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Red Devil basketball. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here as Annalie West will come in for Kiernan Simmons. Evanston with 2 fouls, so does Bear Lake. Red Devils trying to get this gap down. Right now, they've outscored Bear Lake 5-1. Great pass inside the lane for Barker, but she can't finish it off. Rebound by Bear Lake. Neal goes over to Wells in the paint, puts the shot up, off the glass too hard, and Evanston's taking it. Lonsway goes Morrison on the right side. Pass looking for Barker, falling away, trying to get the shot up. And now here comes Bear Lake. Quick, fast transition. Walker tries to put the layup up as she's falling out of bounds, but she draws the foul from the far side of the key. And it's a push on Morrison. So that sends Walker to the free throw line. First one, no good. Here comes Saxton and Allman for Bear Lake. 3 minutes, 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Red Devils down by 14, and it'll stay that way as Walker goes 0 for 2. Evanston sends it forward to Barker, and she finishes that off. Cassie Barker with 10. Pass throws the right side to Saxton, gets it over towards the left wing to Walker. Neal on the far wing, goes to Wells at the free throw line, draws the double team, right side 3, Saxton, good. So Saxton with her first 3 ball of the day. Lob pass inside lane, broken up by Wells, and they're gonna go to Allman. Saxton across the center line, bounces it out to Walker. Back over to Saxton just behind the free throw line. Rolls in and out, pulled in by Evanston's Annalie West. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Cook goes across the center line, passes over to Lonsway, finds West. Goes right back to Lonsway. Cook, near wing 3, off of the front iron, and a foul on West on the rebound. It's a push. 4th one on Evanston, with 2 minutes, 35 seconds left, and the second foul on West. Inbound to Neal. Goes across the center line. Passes over to Skinner on the left wing. Lob pass back to Wells. Quick pass right side. Jumper from Allman, and that one's no good. She gets her own rebound back, and she's fouled by Barker on the shot. That is the 5th one on Evanston. And Cassie Barker, her first. Red Devils down by 15, 37-22. Allman, who was 2 for 2 from the line, misses that first one, and it'll stay there. So far, only 4 points put in by Bear Lake in this third quarter. Next one on the way is short. Rebound by the Red Devils. Barker gets it over to Brown on the right side. 2 minutes, 16 seconds and counting in the third. Morrison on the left wing, in between the circles, goes right back to Brown on the right side. Gets it back to Fessler. She holds at the top, bounces it out to Brown, goes back to Barker. She puts up the shot from well outside, gets her own rebound back, can't get it to go, and she is fouled on the next attempt. So Barker goes to the free throw line. Third foul on Bear Lake, and it's the first one on Cortland Skinner. First one is up and in. So Barker, she started 3 for 6, but since then she's been 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Next one on the way, and that one is left short. That's announcer's jinx for you. Sorry about that, as that one is rebounded by Saxton. Wouldn't you know it, I mentioned how well Cassie Barker was shooting free throws and how she was on a streak, and then she missed the second one. Again, that's the announcer's jinx, and that is 100% on me. 1:55 left in the third quarter, as there's a foul on the other end. Barker commits her second foul, and it will send Saxton back to the free throw line for the first time today. First one is in. 38-23, Red Devils down by 15 with 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Saxton to shoot again. Next one up, and that one's in and out. Rebound is a rolling ball on the ground, picked up by Saxton. Bear Lake with it again. Skinner goes right side, Neal for 3 off of the back, too much. Pulled in by Lonsway on the bounce. 1:41 left. Fessler dribbles along the baseline, gets it back out to Brown on the far near wing. Back over to Fessler in the near corner, drives into the right side of the key, blocked on the shot by Allman. 1:28 for Bear Lake to work with here in the third. Gets it over to Wells on the right side, gets back into the elbow. Long cross-court pass, Skinner. Far wing 3, way too much. Pulled in on the bounce, though, for Bear Lake. Wells on the right side, gets it back to Saxton straight away, covered by Lonsway. Skinner on the right wing finds Wells in the near corner. And with 1:02 remaining, pass inside the lane finds Neal. Back over to Wells. Right side 3, good. Wells with 14 today, and it's 41-23 with 47 seconds left in the third. Bad pass stolen by Wells. She passes it over to Skinner. She goes for the layup and finishes it off. Red Devils down by 20 with 33 seconds left in the third. Brown gets it over to Cook from the near far block and puts that one in. So Violet Cook with their first bucket of the game to add to her free throw. 20 seconds left in the third. Red Devils down 43-25. Pass inside the lane, finds Wells, bounces it off the glass and in. Wells with 6 points in this quarter, and they've all come very quickly. Bad pass by Evanston goes over the baseline with 0.2 seconds left. It's going to go to Bear Lake. 45-25 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Skinner should inbound it. They hold it, and that's the third quarter. So 3 down, 1 to go, and it's a 20-point lead for Bear Lake on the T7 Propane scoreboard. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and K9.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Fourth quarter action as the Red Devils trail 45-25 on the T7 Propane scoreboard to Bear Lake out of Montpelier, Idaho. Getting some information from our friend Dan Hubbard, who covers the Preston Indians, who is in the same division as the Bears. And Bear Lake on the girls' side, two-time reigning state champions, as Barker goes to the baseline, draws the foul, but they're going to say it's on the ground, and it will come against Peyton Crockett. First foul against the Bears, second one against Peyton. Inbound play for the Red Devils coming up underneath the Bear Lake bucket, and it'll be Lonsway to trigger the inbound play. Lobs it up high, finds Barker, puts the shot up, off the glass, in and out. Rebound is brought in by Crockett. Pass over towards the right side to Saxton, covered by Lonsway. Gets it over towards the right side to Boehm. 7 minutes, 38 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Passes it over towards the left wing to Crockett. Hands off to Saxton to the free throw line. And now a bad pass taken away by Lonsway. Tried to find someone in the wing. Instead, it's Lonsway. Goes to Brown, puts the layup up, off the glass, and in. So the first points of the fourth quarter belong to Maddie Brown as the Red Devils make it an 18-point game. Pass over towards the left side. That's Crockett. Back to Saxton, gets a screen from Crockett. Dribbling towards the left side, Walker. 6 minutes, 58 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Red Devils down 45-27. Pass inside the lane, finds Allman. She goes for the layup to draw the foul, and she'll do just that. It comes against Morrison, and it's the first one against the Red Devils. Check that, it's actually against Brown. It's her third foul, as the first one from Allman is up and in. So Brown picks up her third foul as Lonsway and Simmons will come out. Allman gets it back to being a 20-point game. 6 minutes, 43 seconds, as that's a bad pass, goes past the Red Devil and down into the Red Devil bench. Just kind of a slow roller. And now back to Bear Lake. Boehm, one end to the other, goes to try to draw the foul. Rebound is brought in by Morrison, but she loses it, and then going up after ripping it away was Allman. She'll draw another foul, and she'll shoot two. Second one on Evanston, first one against Mackey. First one on the way, and that's front, and rolls off to the side, no good. 47-27 with 6:28 left in the fourth. I invite you to join us at 7 o'clock. We'll have the boys game against Bear Lake live from Lincoln Middle School. First shot, second shot was missed. Rebound by Peyton Crockett, and she'll get the putback to go in. Parker on the right side, goes Brown in between the circles, finds Cook on the left wing. Back over to Mackey on the right side. Brown at the top with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left. Dribbles towards the left side, gets to the near block, tries to go for a hook shot, but it rolls kind of diagonally across the face of the hoop. Rebound by Morrison, gets it back out to Mackey, finds Barker on the right side. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mackey on the right wing, right hand dribble, goes to the near block, gets the layup, and draws the foul. No, she didn't draw the foul. It'll actually come against Evanston. So there was no foul, actually. It was just a turnover out of play. So Skinner with the inbound play for Bear Lake. Bounce pass inside, picked up by Neal. Evanston applying full pressure. Skinner still on the wrong side of the 10-foot line, but passes it out to Boehm, and we got a whistle. It's an over and back on Bear Lake. Red Devil basketball. 5 minutes, 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Passes over to Cook in between the circles. She'll take it over the center line. Back over to Morrison on the left side. Gets it back to Mackey. Morrison passes over to Cook on the right. Bounce pass finds Simmons. Far block, rattles that one through. And Kiernan Simmons gets going here in the fourth quarter. Pass over towards the right side, taking it one end to the other. Puts it up, Wells, and one. Wells with 15, 16, 18 points here in the game, as that is the first foul on Simmons. 4 minutes, 59 seconds remaining. As Violet Cook comes out, Emma Lonsway comes in. She'll join Chesney Mackey, Kiernan Simmons, Cassie Barker, Braylon Morrison, and that is the 5 on the court for Coach Barker. Wells hits the free throw to get the and one, and Evanston has it. Mackey puts one up from the free throw line. It's short. Rebound by the Bears. Quick pass inside the lane, looking to find Crockett, but it's taken away and intercepted by Barker, but she couldn't hang on to it as it goes off of her and out of bounds. Inbound play coming up for the Bears. Skinner to trigger it. 7 o'clock, join us. We'll be live for the Evanston Bear Lake boys game, live from Lincoln Middle School. Neal now gets it over on the left side to Crockett. That pass taken away by Fessler. Gets it over to Lonsway across the center line. Dribbles back towards the near elbow, and she is fouled. It's going to come against Peyton Crockett. Second one on the Bears. Third one on Crockett. Lonsway passes over to Barker, puts up the hook shot. That one off of the back iron, brought in on the bounce by Boehm. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Wells goes to the free throw line, gets it out towards the right side to Neal. Covered by Morrison. Feeds it over to Boehm. Left side, Wells. Right side, long two from Neal. In and out off the rack. Red Devils pull it in. Lonsway across the center line. Now goes Fessler on the right wing. Back out to Morrison at the top. Lonsway pass knocked away by Skinner, but she gets it back. Timeout called by Coach Roy Barker. We'll take it as well. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball, live on mylocalradio.com and K9.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy is printing out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-9925.
Fourth quarter action. Fessler long pass to Brown on the near corner. Back to Morrison, but the ball's dropped on the near wing. Bear Lake takes it the other way. Neal gets it over to Saxton on the left side. 3 minutes, 2 seconds left. Saxton covered by Lonsway. Gets it over to Neal on the right side with Morrison. Gets a screen from Allman. Pass inside the paint looking for Wells. She gets her second chance to go up and in for one. Red Devils down 54-29 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Second foul on Simmons as Morrison comes out. West comes in. She'll join Brown, Simmons, Fessler, and Lonsway as another old school three-point play drops in for Wells. 2 minutes, 49 seconds left in the fourth. Simmons inbounds to Lonsway. Gets it over to Fessler on the right side. Back over to Lonsway on the left. Finds Fessler, pass inside the lane, looking for West, and she's fouled. And Annalie West to shoot two. Third foul on Bear Lake, and the third one against Desiree Allman. Actually, no, she's not going to shoot two. It was down on the ground, so they'll inbound it to West. Lonsway on the right side, finds Brown, bounces it to West on the near block. Lonsway passes quickly over to Fessler on the right side, drives towards the elbow, puts the shot up, draws the foul. That's the fourth one on Bear Lake, and that'll send Emmy Fessler to the line. Two minutes, 22 seconds left here in the fourth. As that one goes up and to fall in as it just kind of rolls around. Next one misses as well. So Fessler goes 0 for 2 on that trip. Back towards the left side to Saxton. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left. Neal back to Saxton, left side three. Short. Rebound is pulled in by Allman, and she'll draw the foul. Comes against West. So Allman with an and one attempt. That one goes up and in. The Devils down 58-29. They'll get ready to take on Thermopolis tomorrow. We won't have that game because of a time conflict between the boys' game, but we will have them first thing in the morning on Saturday, taking on Glen Rock at 9 a.m. Our pregame show at 8:15, brought to you by Cazin's Ace and Furniture. As Annalie West will shoot two after being fouled by Emery Walker. Her third one as that one's in and out. And West misses the first one. This one from West is up, rolls around, and good. Minute 52 and counting left in this one. Neal goes towards the right side, gets it over to Boehm. Back out towards the left side, it's Wells. Hands off to Neal, pass intended for Boehm, picked away by Emma Lonsway. One end to the other, can't finish it off. Rebound is brought in on the bounce by Neal. Less than 90 seconds remain in this one as a timeout called by Bear Lake. We'll take it as well. 1 minute, 25 seconds left. Red Devils down 50-30 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and K9.
Your life is busy, and there are many people who count on you every day. You have to show up. At Freeway Tire, we understand you are an important person and your time is valuable. That's why we have top quality mechanics and a team of experts. Whether you are coming in for an oil change and tire rotation or more extensive service on your vehicle, we can diagnose and fix the problem quickly and correctly. We'll work hard to get you back on the road as soon as possible so you don't skip a beat in your busy life. Freeway Tire, vehicle maintenance, from oil changes to engine rebuild. 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Inbound play to restart the fourth quarter with less than 90 seconds. Quick pass and a nice reverse layup by Skinner, rebounded by Evanston. Mackey quickly goes to Lonsway, who takes it across the center line, passes over to Mackey on the left side. Lonsway finds Fessler on the right wing for three. That one well short. Pulled in on the bounce by Wells. Quick pass over to Boehm, pass inside the lane, intercepted by Mackey. Here comes the Red Devils. Long pass finds West on the right side in the elbow. Tries to dribble, but she's locked out by Allman. Back over to Fessler, steps to the left for a jumper from the near elbow. Rebound is brought in by Bear Lake, but it's a foul on the Bears. It's the fourth foul on Wells as she came in to try to take the pass on the take the rebound. Lonsway got contact and she's going to shoot two. First one is up and good. Braylon Morrison will come in for the Red Devils. 44.3 seconds remaining here in the game, as the next one from Lonsway is good as well. Inbound play by Skinner. 42 seconds left. They move the ball quickly. Wells steps into the lane, goes for the reverse hook shot and gets it to fall. Pretty little shot there from Wells. Red Devils down by 28. Left side three, Fessler. Short, pulled in by Morrison, gets it back over to Cook, and we've got a wrap up with 23 seconds left. And the possession arrow goes to Bear Lake. 23 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Inbound to Neal. Takes it across the center line, 18 seconds left, 19 seconds left. Or 17 seconds left. Gets it over towards Skinner with 10 seconds left. It's a pass to Neal at the top. Pass intended to Boehm, stolen by Lonsway. One end to the other, finishes it off. And Emma Lonsway gets it at the buzzer. And that is going to do it. Your final score, it is Bear Lake 60-34, your final on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com and KNYN.
Our community. We love it, we live it, we support it. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their participation in sports. You're champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong, successful financial habits. You got this. We're here for you. Trona Valley, member NCUA, TronaValley.com.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in one appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it,
and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Whenever you're in Evanston, Wyoming, the absolute best place to stay is the Best Western Dunmar Inn, with a wonderful on-site restaurant that offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a friendly staff ready and available to handle all your needs. The Best Western Dunmar Inn is a ground-level hotel with parking right at your front door. Rooms are convenient, comfortable, clean, and offer a great value for each guest. When you're in Evanston, stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Time for Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meat. Bear Lake outscores Evanston 14-7 in the first, 19-8 in the second, making it 33-15 Bears going into the locker room, 12-10 in the third in favor of Bear Lake, and 15-9 in the fourth in favor of the Bears, giving us our final score of 60-34. For the Bear Lake Bears, I have 5 for Cortland Skinner, 4 for Julie Saxton, 10 for Taisley Neal, 8 for Emery Walker, 4 for Desiree Allman, 3 for Abby Humphreys, 4 for Peyton Crockett, and a game-high 25 for Hallie Wells. For the Evanston Red Devils, I have 4 for Emma Lonsway, 3 for Braylon Morrison, 2 for Maddie Brown, 3 for Violet Cook, 1 for Emmy Fessler, 3 for Annalie West, 7 for Kiernan Simmons, and Cassie Barker leads the team with 11. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meat. We'll be right back after this with our Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball, live on MyLocalRadio.com and the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse at what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven at 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
Time for Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Dentistry for the whole family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. And we're going to take you to the end of the fourth quarter. This kind of steal and pass as the game was out of hand, but a massive steal by Emma Lonsway. She takes it one end to the other, finishes it off the layup, And Emma Alonso gets our Dr. McKay Francom Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Francom Precision Dentistry for the whole family. 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll wrap things up from Green River High School and give out our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball, live on mylocalradio.com and My Local Radio Sports Network.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts, with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Garters Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
And we wrap things up from Green River High School with our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything's better with Pepsi. And we are going to give it to Miss Cassie Barker, as she was the leader of the team in points with 11 points. But the impressive thing, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. So Cassie Barker gets our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything's better with Pepsi. And that is going to do it for our coverage of this game. Your final score, it is Bear Lake 60, Evanston 34 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. As for our broadcast crew, we have our producer back at the studio in downtown Evanston, Mr. Colton Bagley. Our IT manager, Mr. Nate Hines. Our executive producer and owner is Val Cook. Our sales manager, Matt Petrie. Our sales associates, Julie Nelson, Julie Burley, and Sarah Pay. And the rest of the staff at My Local Radio Sports Network. We have Voice of the Valley, Mr. Anthony Colasuno. Voice of the Rich Rebels in Utah, Mr. Bradley Holmes, Rob Layson, and Cullen Pace. Voice of the Westside Pirates in Idaho, Mr. Jace Andrews, and voice of the Preston Indians in Idaho, Mr. Dan Hubbard. I'm Elan Olliff, saying we'll see you next time the ball flies, which will be right here on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM for the Evanston versus Bear Lake boys game. Pre-game brought to you by Cazin's Ace and Furniture at 7 o'clock. That is tonight. So in just over an hour, we'll be back on the air with our pregame show for Evanston versus Bear Lake boys, live from Lincoln Middle School. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in about an hour. Thank you so much, and take care.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.